Greetings and welcome to the second part of the project Dead Glider. In the previous part, I showed you the design, the idea about the project, and my initial design. Since then, quite a lot have happened, and I have to say that I already have the model printed out. But there was some design change that was needed to be done. So first we will go to Creo. So I will show you the changes and then we will take a look at the actually printed model. So let's go. And here we are in Creo. And as you can see from the first glance, the first change is the color scheme. As you can see, I now have this gray silver color scheme with the black cockpit. Cockpit frame, I guess. The glass of the cockpit would be also silver. So the change of the color scheme was the necessary one because of the damn COVID virus. I am already 5 weeks at home, and even though I could order new colors, I do online. I don't really like to do that because I would like to see the color for myself. So I'm always buying those colors in toy shops, and unfortunately, those are closed. But I was forced to simply improvise and use the colors I have at my disposal. And to be honest, I kind of like this color scheme. So this is just a cosmetic change, but there are also design changes that are quite substantial. The first and the main changes are the wings halves are now divided into four segments with interlocking mechanism from both sides. That was necessary for me because when the wing was in one piece, I was unable to print it. Yeah, there may be they may that may have been some problem on my side, my lack of knowledge when it comes to printing. But when I divide it into four pieces, all eight, or rather, all 16, went completely smoothly without single issue. So that was simply in order to print it out. And then they clicked together and made those two halves that had to be glued together. Unfortunately, you will see when we are done that it's not the best solution, but what can you do? And the last design change was the pedestal. If you remember, originally it was this big round shape pedestal, but that would take roughly 13 hours of print, and I didn't want to waste that much time, so I changed the design. This was much quicker, and I still like the design. So um, that's that's it. And there is also one small change, and that comes with those, well, I called it safeties. Now you can see that we have clipping issue, but it's not like that in the real model. I actually did it as such simply because there are some tolerances in the model, and the original design had too much space between it and the wing and didn't support it that great. That is why I choose to do it like that, and this works perfectly. So that are all the changes, and we can go straight to the model. And here we have the model itself on the stand. I really have to say that I am really happy how it went out. Sure, it's not perfect, uh, but I still really like it. The best thing what I really like is that all the features that I designed are still functioning. This is something that I will be honest, was a little bit unexpected. But now, before I will go to that, first some shortcomings. Obviously, I cannot show you the assembly process. That is because I already, as you can see, assembled it, but I was forced to use some glue. For example, uh, this part of the body is made from three separate pieces. They fit together very nicely, but they weren't. There wasn't a tight lock, so I had to use the glue in order for it to actually hold together. Now, the same obviously goes for both wings. And because I already done it here, I kind of decided that I will skip the assembly process. If there will be some interest, may have I can make the video to show how it all fits together. Another shortcoming obviously is my not that great skill when it comes to painting, but I believe that with each uh, new model it will be better, or at least I hope. And the last thing is obviously the design of the wings, how those two halves goes together. As you can see here is quite a visible space, but it cannot be helped. It's basically how the printer prints those things, and it, at least I don't know how to avoid it. But sorry. Also, if I take the model out from the stand, uh, I don't know how very well visible it is, but here you can see the change of heights. It's the way it was printed. It's not bad, but it's obviously visible. But other than that, I am really happy how it went out. Even the ornaments are really nice. So that's something I really didn't expect. Now, I said that all the features for the model are still there, and that is the case. So what are the features? So I will remind you. Um, the first main feature was that the wings could be folded down. The window for the cockpit could be open. The entire cockpit could be lowered down. And there is one more feature that I didn't mention in the previous video, and that's from the season 5, where O'Neill shot down one of the gliders, and Teal'c that then went to the wreckage and simply dismounted one of the staff cannons and used it as handheld weapon. This I have as well. So we will now take a look at those features one by one and see how they work. So first, the window. As you can see, it is divided to two pieces. This one is simple slider, so I will slide it inside. When it is slided, I will simply slide this one onward and it reveals the cockpit. With it comes the second feature, which is the entire cockpit lowering down. So I will lower it down. It is held quite tightly, so I will be careful. Yeah. There actually is a piece that I designed that goes here and that kind of locks it in place. Even though I printed it, I decided eventually not to use it because if I put it like that, it stays on its own, so I don't really find it necessary. So that's that. Uh, Now the staff cannon, it could be easily detached, sorry, both of them. It has these holes. Here we have pin. It's simple Lego design. So it could be detached, and if in the future I decide to actually make some figures, why not? And last but not least, the wings. So here we have the safeties. So I will simply rotate them, and then the entire wing could be folded down. And I can put it on the stand like this. So it resembles the scene from the end of the episode of the season one, the in the Serpent's Lair, where Apophis was about to commence invasion of Earth. And that's basically it when it comes to those features. I really have to say that I didn't expect that they will work so well. I really am happy about that. Also, uh, no, it's closed. Also, I will just briefly show you the stand, the new design. I decided that the stand itself and this part will be silver, just like the name, and the rest will be the same grayish color as the rest of the glider. So that is it. That is my Death Glider model. Really well went. Uh, sorry, really went great. I am really happy. I'm repeating myself, but I really am happy. Anyway, that's it. And hopefully we will see each other in the next project. Okay, bye bye.